how's it? Today is Monday, November 1st. I have another snatch workout, just a continuation from last week. Basically, just a little bit heavier than what I did last week, and I didn't have any misses today. So that is a very big positive for me. I think I'm finally trending in the correct direction. My biggest issue is trying to figure out that timing between extension and getting down into receiving position. I think I ran into sort of a dilemma about where, I mean, this is true for almost all lifts and for most people. I ran into a dilemma of where extension ends and where dropping down under the bar, pulling myself under the bar, begins. Oftentimes what happens is either I extend too long and then dropping under the bar becomes a difficult time. It needs to be really, really quick and time that perfectly. Or the opposite is true, where I don't extend fully. I short my extension and then I drop under quickly. This has been a recurring thing for, forever. But today I am just very happy that I was able to get the lifts that I made. Warming up didn't feel particularly bad. It just felt sort of normal. I didn't have any special things to focus on for myself when I was doing them. I just was like, okay, like I'm gonna get to 91, and once I'm there, I am going to execute on the way that I know how to make lifts. And it's different on different days just because of the way I feel. But these warm-ups here at 60 and 70 were not good omens. They were a little bit more difficult than I wanted them to be. From the ground, the hang snatches I think are a lot easier for my timing to work out. So I'm able to get I feel a lot more confident on the hang than on the lift from the ground. That's the same is true there on the 80. I think that 80 from the floor was a lot better than the 60 and 70 were. That one was a little lumbering, little lag on extension to catch. Again, hang snatch. Hang snatches are working out to be better than all of my snatches from the ground. So here's my first working set. Last week, I believe I did 90, 93, and then 96. I failed 96 on the first try. And this week, I did 91, 94, and 97 as my top set. That was a little bit better than the other floor lifts were. And again, my timing for that, like that specific thing that I'm talking about, where I get to extension and get under to catch immediately once my extension has, like once I've imparted the amount of force that I need to on the bar. That's probably the best floor lift I did all day. Yeah, and that hang snatch was pretty good too. I'm pretty happy with that. Afterwards, I moved into my snatch deadlift with slow eccentrics, just up to 135 today, which is 5 kilos up from last week for 3 doubles. These are, I said it last week, they're so heavy, and I don't ever think that I'm gonna ever be able to snatch this in my lifetime. But it's great to have the positional strength to know that I can hold those positions rather than needing to throw it over my head. Like have that dynamic range of motion or whatever. Yeah, I think I do like these a lot. I like how they force me to really think about my positioning and try my best to squeeze my lats down and keep my chest over the bar as I descend. You see here, like, chest is way out over, way out over, way out over. Yeah, that's a lot of the reason why I think that my snatches have gotten better lately. I think it's due to this fact that I can't, if I do this incorrectly, like, I can't cheat it. You know what I mean? If I start to cheat it, then the sort of positioning falls apart, and then the slow eccentric is no longer slow because I can't hold those positions. That's a very roundabout way of saying those make me better. And then after that, I moved into some snatch balances, work up to a double at 115, which is a few kilos heavier than last week. I think last week I did, was it 113? 112? I don't remember. I think it was more than 110. But yeah, like, I think these snatch balances today were a lot better than last week's were. Last week's had that one weird one at the top set where I kind of got wobbly on the way up, which typically doesn't happen for me. Ooh, I misspoke here. This is the 113. Today is not 115. Wow. I did not remember that. I honestly thought I did 115. But in any case, these are better than the set from last week. Last week's was 110. And then after that, I moved into some pull-ups. I went up 5 pounds yet again this week for 3 sets of 10, which is pretty big for me. I don't think I've done sets of 10 at this heavy probably ever. So that's pretty exciting. These GHD setups didn't feel too bad. We'll see how I feel tomorrow and the day after that, or whatever. We'll see. I went really fast on these, so yeah. That's it for today. Again, really happy with how my snatches went. No misses, so yeah. Thank you for watching. Shoots.